Good evening, all.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Started.
Good evening, all. Good evening. We will just wait for 2 minutes and then we will start. So we will wait for 2 minutes because yet more participants yet to join. At 7:32, we will start. Hey, good evening, friends. So can we okay, I will share my screen. Please let me know whether it is visible or not, and then we will start today's session.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, visible, na?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. So, can we discuss what we learned yesterday? Just recap. Anyone can take initiative and he or she will explain what we learned yesterday.
So we have learned about process,
Okay.
then symbol which we are using in process, then
Okay. So,
5W1 which we have learned.
okay, prior to that, we learned what is problem we discussed the day before yesterday. But what we started with the common mistakes we do in problem solving, correct?
Yes, yes.
And what are those common mistakes? Anyone can tell me three or four common mistakes?
Direct jumping into the conclusion,
Yes,
Blaming
direct
other
jumping into
departments,
blaming the
yes,
manpower and machinery.
and team is lacking of technical knowledge.
And
very
also,
good.
sir, problem
Not
not
knowing
described
how the
correctly,
problem is
sir.
caused.
Management
Yes, and one
intuitions.
more thing we discussed that we are emphasizing on opinions instead of
Opinions,
facts.
not
So
on
we
fact.
should, yes, we should
And also, sir,
emphasize on facts because, as I told, Gemba never lies, workplace never lies. So we should always collect the facts from the Gemba, and that tool we will learn if time permits today or tomorrow. So that will be the common mistakes we discussed, four common mistakes, and we need to avoid these common mistakes. And one more common mistake sometimes is that
Later
we are
30%.
not describing the problem correctly. And
yes.
hence it is very important to describe a problem correctly. And we also see the two quotes. Problem well defined is problem well defined is problem half solved, right? So that was the quote we discussed. 1 minute. Problem well stated is problem half solved, and then you
Don't
don't fix the problem until you define it. So these are the two quotes I always emphasize because we need to describe a problem precisely or correctly. Then it will be a very easy for us to solve the problem, right? After that, we learn one tool, how to describe a problem. Which tool we learn?
4W1H, sir.
Yes, 4W1H is the tool we learned. By using this tool, we can describe a problem correctly. So first start with which W?
When?
What?
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 So earlier I described my initial problem statement was my
What?
water bottle is cracked and water is leaking. That was my initial problem statement. But now I need to modify this statement. But prior to that, I need to collect some information. So first information is what? In what we discuss, for example, the defect, for example, crack. And what has the problem? Which model, which line, which machine, which cell, which part, 1 liter water bottle, half liter, 2 liter. So we discussed that there was a problem in 1 liter plastic bottle, right? We discussed that. Okay. Then where? In where there were three questions. Where is the location? So we discussed that near to the lead, near to the bottom of the letter K. That is the location of that problem. For example, crack problem. And it is detected at, for example, it is generated at injection molding stage. If it is not confirmed, do not write anything. And whether it is detected, suppose pre-display inspection, this problem is detected. So 2W are clear, what and where. Then what are the remaining 2Ws?
When and who?
When and who?
When. Okay, in when we discuss the date, since when this problem is occurring. For example, since 1st June 2025, this problem is occurring, right? And then who? Then who is suffering? Dispatch department, machining stage, customer. Who detected this problem? PDI inspector detected this problem. And last one is how big. Here we mention the problem in two categories. One is called as rejection. It may be in percentage, ppm, whether it is reworkable or not reworkable, we need to mention. And then we need to mention the impact in rupees, impact in dollars on our business. So is it clear, the 4W1H?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yesterday we saw this. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, after discussing the 4W1H, we started to learn the 7 QC tools. First tool we learned flowchart. I will not repeat again. Yes. So flowchart, there were we discussed that flowchart is a visual representation normally. It is also called as process flow diagram. It uses symbols to describe a process, right? So these are the symbols we discussed: flow line, terminal, it is for the end and beginning of the process. Then this is a rectangle, it is a process where actual operations are happening. We use this symbol. Then decision making point, we use this symbol. Input and output, we use this parallelogram. Other symbols I added today. So one is called as delay or wait. We can use this symbol. This circle is linked to the another page. Suppose in this slide I have not covered the entire process flow chart, or in one page I am not able to cover the entire flow chart. There is a link to another page. Means this process flow is continued on next page, and this symbol is used for the document. So I didn't discuss it yesterday, but these are the 3 additional symbols I added today: delay, link to another page, and document, right? So we discuss, so process flow diagram or flow chart is, we are mapping the process flow by using symbols. That is the simple explanation, correct? Then we discussed how to create a flow chart. That is an example of team working process. Yesterday I gave it to you, and this one of the example I added. So this is from industry. Yesterday we discussed a very generic example. So this is the process flow chart of industry. So for example, order received. Order received, enter order in the system, credit check. Is credit good? Yes, check inventory. If credit is not good, refuse the order. Check inventory. Is product in inventory? If yes, schedule shipment, confirm the delivery date, ship the product, prepare the bill, and mail the bill. So this is the process flow. If customer is having good credit and we have the product in inventory, we need to dispatch this product to the customer. Here, yes or no, check inventory. If it is no, then we need to check the materials needed. Are the materials in inventory? Answer could be yes or no. Okay. Suppose if material is in inventory, schedule the production. There will be some delay for the manufacturing the production. Then make a product, inspect a product. Is the product good? Yes, ship product. If product is not good, again check whether materials are good or not that. So that again we can ship the product. Here, if material is not in inventory, order the material. Again wait, receive the material, inspect the materials. If materials are good, make a product, inspect a product and deliver it. So this is the example from the industry. Clear? You can once again look at this diagram. So it is a flow chart. It includes the delay, it includes the decision point, it includes the processes, it includes the arrows. So this is the start and end. This is also use the symbol start and end. Okay, so is it clear? So I have described here filling an order, the process flow of filling an order. Clear? Yes or no?
So, but in the flow chart, there will be a no symbol for the transportation, right?
No.
Transportation is the process. I think we can use
You
Square
can use the
box.
arrows, but
Process.
normally these are the
Square box.
symbols. Why I taken this example? Because here I have added delay. So earlier there was I not included delay. So delay is there. If document is required, document symbol. But normally, most of the times we require that start and end symbol, process symbol, decision symbol, arrow symbol. These are the commonly used symbols. But what is the benefit of process flow chart? Can anyone tell me? What is the benefit?
clarity in understanding the process.
The current process
First is
owner
it is a
can able to
visual
understand the
representation.
new process.
Yes, it is a clear understanding, visual representation, and one more benefit is that there is no statistics required. So no
Identify
hi-fi tools.
opportunity for improvement.
Yes. So here no statistics is required. Even you can train your operators, supervisors. No statistics, no hi-fi, Six Sigma, Minitab, not required. Just a simple process flow chart only you need to train them on how to use the symbols, and with the help of these symbols you can clearly get order received and mail bill. So this is the process flow. If material is not there, where is yes, no, what should I do? So that is a very simple process flow chart, and it gives visual representation. It is very easy to use, and it can guide us, or it can show us the opportunities for the improvement. So I have prepared this because yesterday I gave a generic example, but I thought that I should give an example from the industry. So this is it is a process flow of filling an order. Clear? So yesterday we discussed about how to define a problem by a 4W1H, and we learned the first tool. That tool is called as flow chart. So we saw the history, how to do flow chart, symbols used, and the example, team making example, filling an order example. We also discussed a tea making example, how to prepare a tea. That's the process flow chart for making a tea. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we learned only one tool, that is called as flowchart. Okay, now we will move to the next slide. Till that it is clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are clear.
Yes.
Okay. On last day we may take a example from recap from day one. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we will go to the second tool. That tool is called as a check sheet. Okay, that tool called as check sheet. So what is check sheet? We will first go through the history. So this check sheet is originated in early 20th century. Actually, initially, check sheet emerged alongside the development of statistical quality control. Walter Shewhart, he invented the control charts. We are going to learn that as well, because control chart is the seventh QC tool. So Walter Shewhart, he developed the statistical quality control. He developed the control charts. And it is said that the concept of check sheet is introduced and popularized by Walter, because Walter was gathering data, particularly in manufacturing, and he thought that while collecting a data, he need one simple tool. One tool is control chart. That is, we will learn, but it is as compared to check sheet, complex. Control chart is complex as compared to the check sheet. So he developed one very simple tool. That tool is called a check sheet. So we will learn this tool today. So can anyone tell me what is check sheet?
Like
Sheet
audit
like,
sheet, like something.
One
Sir,
concept.
check sheet is like an SOP that we have done everything in the process or not.
Like a to-do list.
Sir,
Okay,
basically, check
anyone?
sheet is a systematical way to collect the data.
to verify the
Oh,
data.
Yes, sir. It's
oh, okay.
systematically
Okay,
when we collect the
let's
data and report it.
okay. Let's move to the next slide. I will explain there. So, firstly, history is clear. Check sheet is originated in early 20th century, and Walter Shewhart, who invented the quality control charts, or SQC, Walter Shewhart popularized the concept of check sheet, and he used this check sheet to gather data. So, prime objective of check sheet is to gather data. That is clear. Okay, now we will see the next slide. So here I will describe you what is check sheet exactly. So check sheet is a structured form, and this structured form is used for collecting and compiling data. When we will see the examples, you will get the clarity. But what is check sheet? It is a structured form for collecting and compiling data. It is one of the 7 basic QC tools. It can be used in manufacturing, services, process, at home as well. And it is used to collect data in real time and at the source. That is very, very important. I highlighted this word. Real time data means fact, not opinions. go to the shop floor and collect the data real time at 8 p.m., 9 a.m., sorry, 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., what is exactly happening on shop floor and collect that real time data. That is called as we should go to the game bar and collect the data. So check sheet is the real time data collection at the source. Okay. Also, it helps to organize the data. We will see that. And also it identified the trends. So we can easily see trends. For example, whether defects are more, sorry, whether cracks are more, blowholes are more, misalignment is more, or thread is more. We can identify the trends. And there are two very important points as far as the check sheet is concerned. It is very, very easy to interpret. Again, like a flow chart, there is no statistical tool. So check sheet, very simple. Flow chart, very simple. Operator can use, quality inspector can use, analyst can use. It is easy to use and no statistics required. No software is required. You can use it by paper pencil or paper pen. Very simple. No software is required and it is very easy to use. So what is check sheet we discussed? It is a structured for collecting and compiling data. It can be used in manufacturing, services, or process industries. Check sheet helps us to collect real-time data. That is very, very important. What is happening on shop floor? That is real time. And then we can organize the data, we can identify the trends. And as I told you, there are two benefits. It is very easy to interpret and it is very easy to use for operators or supervisors or inspectors or analysts. Clear?
क्या होगा बोले ऐसे क्यों मेरा मूड खराब कर रही है
Hello, please be on mute, please be on mute.
फिर इतना
Or
भूंडा
otherwise
मूड
I need
बना रही
to,
है क्या कह दिया मैंने तेरे को
hello.
बोलने में
You
इसमें
can
लग
mute,
रहा हूँ
sir.
यार कितनी बार बता तो दिया क्या है ये
Hello.
Sir, you can mute, sir, everyone.
I did mute all, but it is not. That is the problem here. Okay, now check sheet. So we will discuss when to use a check sheet. In earlier slide, we discussed what is check sheet and when to use check sheet. Normally, we can use check sheet during data collection. Suppose I am running a black belt project and I need some information from the shop floor. So I can tell any green belt, yellow belt, or any shift supervisor or engineer that you can collect the data. And for collecting a data, he or she can use the check sheet. Okay, that is the when to use check sheet. First point is during data collection. Second point is to understand and grasp the present status of the problem. Suppose if I am not running a project, but as a plant head, as a department head, if I want to know what is the present status of problem, which defect is at the top, which defect is repeated frequently. So for this, I can use check sheet. Okay. It is also used to identify
Sir, your voice is
patterns or
breaking.
changes. Hello. Is my voice clear? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Your voice is very much clear.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can go
Yes,
ahead.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes.
Very much clear.
Okay. Then we can identify patterns or changes. And one is to stratify data. What is stratification? We will see later on. Stratify the data, check sheet is used. And it is used for regular process monitoring. How my process is behaving, how my process is operating. We
So,
can get the information
so
from the
is
check
it
sheet.
is it similar to checklist? You mean to say checklist used to monitor something?
No. We will discuss it.
Okay,
That
sir.
is the question. So check sheet can be used for training the people. So normally check sheet, I will complete this slide first and then we will discuss. But when to use check sheet, you can use check sheet during the data collection. You can use the check sheet to understand the present status of the problem, how defects are happening, to identify the patterns or changes, to stratify the data. I will explain in that stratification what is the stratify means. Or I can use the check sheet for the regular process monitoring. And sometimes I can use the check sheet for training the people. So when I joined my company after engineering, so that task was given to me that go to the shop floor, go to the Gemba and observe for how many times this machine is stopped. So please collect the 4 hours data and give me information from 8 to 30, how many times this machine is stopped and why machine is stopped. From 8:30 to 9, why this machine is stopped and what was the reason. So that task was given to me. So I went to the shop floor and collected the data. So check sheet when to use, clear during data collection. If you understand and grasp the present status, if you want to monitor your process, you want to train the people and you want to collect the data, particularly if the same person is observing and collecting the data, then check sheet is a very good tool. And again, I am saying it is no statistical tool is statistics involved. It is very easy to use. Okay. Now we will discuss how to plot a check sheet, and then we will discuss what is the difference between check sheet and checklist. So how to make a check sheet? Firstly, you need to define the event or issue being observed. For example, in 4W1H, our issue was crack. So I need to define the event. So I can tell, so go and observe the crack rejection. You can also identify other rejection, but I am more interested in crack rejection on that particular machine. Please check that how many jobs are because of cracks, one other defect. So how much is the percentage of crack? I can easily identify. Then define the purpose. Why I am using the check sheet? Because I would like to improve the rejection from 20% to 1%. I have taken this project. That was my purpose. I want to achieve it, and hence I am collecting the real-time data from the shop floor. Then decide where and when the data will be collected. Where injection molding, I am collecting this data from the injection molding, and when the data is collected. So I can say that I will collect data in first shift or general shift because I'm my engineer is not working in second and third shift. So I will collect the data from the injection molding from this machine and in the general shift in each and every hour from 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. like that. Decide the categories or groups. So whether you are collecting the data by time wise, place wise, machine wise like that. And then you need to make a trial format. First trial format you need to make, discuss with your engineer and supervisor, and then train him how to fill that form, what information is required, and then only you can send that person on the shop floor. Okay. So how to make a check sheet? I'm once again repeating. Firstly, define the purpose. Define the event or issue which you are going to solve. Then decide where and when you are going to collect the data. For example, injection molding shop, and when in general shift, in each and every hour I am going to collect the data. Then decide the categories by place, by time, like that. Or there are two shops and same machines are there. So I am going to collect data from this shop only, for example. Then make a trial format and then train your users how to use it. First, conduct a small training, instruct him how to use it, and then you can train the people. Okay. Now, this is a very simple example of check sheet. Suppose, example at home. So there are 10 days. So normally I daily require milk bags, newspapers, and normally I am ordering the food from the outside. So suppose I collected the data from 10 days. So this one stands for 1 liter. So milk bag on one day I order 1 liter, 1 liter. Normally I order 1 liter, but here I don't know. Maybe there's some guest. So I order 2 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter. Here there is a 3 liter consumption. Why there is a 3 liter consumption? Was there any specific function? Here is the 4 liter. Was that a Kojakari Purnima like that? So why that 4 liters milk? So this is the check sheet. Milk bags. Normally I order 1 liter per day, but here I use 3 liters, here 4 liters, here 2 liters. Newspaper. daily I get one newspaper. So one newspaper here, that person actually didn't deliver the newspaper. So I write it as 0. Here too, I don't know, it may be a Sunday, and in Sunday I normally read 2 newspapers because there are different articles. So on Sunday, for example, I used 2 newspapers, but normally it is 1. And food ordered from outside. So I am ordering this food on 4th, and again I'm ordering this food on 9th. So within only 4 days, I'm again ordering food from the outside. So this is the very simple example of check sheet at home. Now we will discuss the example at industry. But before going to that, let's take that question. I was going to discuss it later on. But what is the exact difference between check sheet and checklist? Can anyone tell me what is the difference between check sheet and checklist?
Checklist having a set of questions
Very
which we
good.
can verify.
Sir, in
Very good.
checklist only we can define it with yes or no, whether it is done or not.
Very good. So, one basic difference is we are filling the data in check sheet, and in checklist we are not filling the data. One basic difference is here I am putting that milk bags, newspaper, food order. I am filling the data. I am recording the data. But in checklist, I am just using it as a reference. For example, if I am going to the DMart, so I carry the checklist. I need to purchase Gemini sunflower oil. I need to purchase basmati rice, like that, and I make a checklist and I just tick mark. Yes, I done that. 3 liters of Gemini purchased, 1 kgs of peanuts purchased, 1 kgs of rice purchased. So basic difference is we are not recording the data in checklist, but we are recording the data in check sheet. Okay, checklist gives us how much your job or activity is completed. Suppose I need to buy 10 items and I buy 5 items, means my 50% task is completed, 50% is remaining. So checklist gives us the indication of the completeness of your job. So 50% job is completed. In check sheet, it is not like that. It is we are only recording the data. You can see that I have used the 10 data. That is the basic difference, correct? So once again, I will repeat. In check sheet, we use for collecting, recording the data. But in checklist, we are not recording the data. It is a tick mark. For example, while conducting a training program, I make a checklist. So am I carrying whiteboard markers? Yes. Am I carrying post-it? Yes. Am I carrying the speaker with me? Yes. Slide changer? Yes. So am I carrying the before and after exam questions? Yes. So that is checklist. I'm not filling anything in that. I'm just checking the checklist, whether I'm carrying the items as per checklist or not. I was traveling as a corporate trainer, so I was making a checklist. So whether I carried my extra dresses, whether I carried books, whether I carried my laptop, whether I carried my laptop charger, telephone charger, like that. So got it? The difference between check sheet and checklist. Can anyone please repeat what is the difference?
Sir, in check sheet we are recording the data, and in checklist we are just checking that whether it is yes or no.
Yes. So it is just for a reference. Yes, I am
Reference.
doing it. And checklist, we are recorded. That difference is clear? Basic difference?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
One question,
Now,
Mr. Kiran.
yes, yes, please.
Like we are recording temperature for the freezer room or chiller room. So this is a checklist or check sheet?
If you are recording anything, then it is a check sheet.
Check sheet.
And if you are
Okay.
giving the operator, for example, somebody was telling that operator need to check. For example, while he just need to check whether that clamps are tight or not. Yes, tight. Whether that photoelectric sensor is working or not. He is just only ticking mark. Then it is a checklist. And if it is data is collected, data is recorded, and then you can call it as a check sheet.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Now we
Can
will
I say
see the
something?
example from
Hello.
industry. Yes, please.
I think checklist, it is the mean of a verification activity. Is it?
Yes, yes, you can use that as verification, whether I have done it or not. Verification or the compliance, I can say. So yes, out of 10 items, I purchased 5 items. So yes, that is, you can use as a reference or
Verification against requirement or verification against question. And check sheet is only collecting or gathering the information or data.
yes, yes,
That's it.
yes, got it. Yes. Okay. Now again, I am explaining the example in industry. Suppose I would
Excuse
like
me,
to
sir.
work. Yes.
Sir, can we say that checklist guides only actions while check sheet is analyzing is only?
Actions, or I can say the points I need to check. So sometimes the action is not required, just ticking the mark. Whether I have purchased the Gemini bags, yes, it can be treated as an action, but you can just mark it. Or you can say that. That is also clear. Got it.
Got it.
Okay. Now, this is the example in industry. For example, I would like to work on a project of defect reduction. So as I told you, one is the data in system. I am not saying that we should not follow that data. We should. But for example, I decided that I am a quality head or heading the quality department, and there is a one engineer joined in my department, and I told him that he should give me the real inputs, what is happening on the shop floor. So suppose I collected data for 7 days, particularly that one product and that one machine, and I told that you need to observe that product X and the product is running on machine Y. Okay. Now, this is collected, for example, in general shift. So on day 1, how much defect is observed? So these are the normally 6 or 7 categories of defects. And I just told him that he need to fill the checklist. So I am given this blank format. So defect on this side, and I am gathering the data from 1 to 7. So these are the dates, these are the defects. This is the blank slide. And I told him that you need to be on shop floor, and just if crack is observed, just mark the crack here. 1 or 2 cracks observed on day 1. On day 2, 7 cracks are observed. I am collecting the data in general shift, for example, or 4 hours. In 4 hours or in general shift, you need to collect the data. So this is the blank format. I filled it. So I just told him that please fill this checklist and give it to check sheet, and please give it to me. So when he came with his data after 7 days, and he described me or he explained me, sir, this is the real-time data. This is what is happening on shop floor. So on day 1, sir, there were only 4 defects observed, 2 cracks, 1 damage, and 1 blowhole. Okay. On day 2, sir, there are 7 defects of crack. Other defects were not observed, like damage and misalignment, but blowhole was 1. Thread damage and OD size more 0, like that on 3. So I collected all the data. No, I can see that crack is happening most of the times. You can put count here. So you can put count here. For example, 5, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 2, 13 plus 3, 16 plus 5, 21 plus 1, 22. So this is a 22, like that. So you can put the total count here. I forgot to put that. So you can put the total count here, and you can discuss that, yes, I need to work on the crack rejection first. Then I need to work on the blowhole. Then I need to work on thread damage. I need not to work too much on, for example, misalignment, only 1 or 2 defects. So that is giving me the direction. I'm not saying that it will help me to resolve a problem, but prima facie, I'm getting an idea where I need to focus. I need to focus the crack rejection. Okay. Then after crack, I can work on the blowhole and then thread damage. So these are the 3 defects, and this is the real-time data. So that person is collected that data from the Gemba with his own eyes. He validated that with his own eyes. Now this is an opportunity for improvement. So this is a very simple example of check sheet using in industry. I am again telling, it is a very simple tool, no statistics required, but it will guide you. It will give you information. It will give you the real-time information. And then you can decide where to work. So got it? So this is very simple example of check sheet in industry. You can use for defects, for example, machine breakdown as well. Machine breakdown. So because of the ladle damage, sensor damage. So you can write the phenomena here, maintenance phenomena, and again you can count. For example, sensor damage, it is happened 2 times. On date, it is happened 7 times like that. So either you can use it for defects, either you can use it for the breakdown phenomena. Then you need to check, yes, this phenomena is happening repeatedly. For example, sensor damage is the happening most repeatedly. So maintenance need to work on the breakdown reduction, or they need to work on the why sensors are breaking. So you can tell the maintenance department accordingly. So you can work on this priority. So this is a very simple example in industry of check sheet. Clear? Is it a simple or
Yes, sir.
complex?
Easy,
It is
sir.
a very simple. It is a very simple. You can use paper pencil, paper pen tool. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now there is one more concept in check sheet. I will explain that to you. Okay. So one concept, that concept is called as concentration diagram or location diagram. Yesterday we discussed in 4WNH where, right? So normally, for example, this is my job and we are making these grids. So this is like, this is 1, 2, 3. These are the A, B, C, D, E, F. And then I actually was using in my earlier company. Then there was a leak was observing. So where that the location of the leak, then we make this called as a grid matrix or called as concentration diagram or called as a location diagram. So either you can call it as a grid matrix, concentration diagram or location diagram. But concentration diagram is the most commonly used word. So I came to know that I am observing leak from this point only. Now it make my job much more easy for the analysis. Earlier, I'm not able to identify the exact location. No, I use this grid and this location F and 1. So it is not F2 or not F3. So it is F and this is 1. So this is F1 location. I am getting most of the leak jobs. And now I need to focus here only. So concentration diagram is also, you can say, used as a check sheet, but it is a diagram. It is more visual as compared to the others. They were only showing how many defects are there, but where the defects are coming. So their defects are coming, the cracks are coming here. So from earlier slide, we can say the crack. So there are total 18 numbers, okay? But here we are not getting idea where that crack is exactly happening. And here I am getting that idea that cracks or leaks are happening here. So this is called as concentration diagram or location diagram or a grid matrix. Is it clear?
So here we can show multiple leakage also, na, that like F1 or other B1, B2, like
Yes, yes,
if
yes. Yes, it was happened with my jobs on that particular location and hence I selected this. If your leakage is happening here as well, you can mention. And for example, 18 leakages are observed. You can mention here 15 leakages are observed. Here only 3 leakages are observed. Okay. So I need to work on leak, but I can focus here because there are 15. Otherwise here 3 and here 15. Though why here leakages are observed? So just put that job, just make grid location 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, D, E, F, and you can visualize where that crack is observing and you can work accordingly. Somebody's clear?
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
It
Yes,
is a
yes.
very simple. As I told, it was the case with my job. You can identify your jobs, you can identify your grid matrix, and you can identify the location. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
who is, I don't know why people are right. What is check sheet is clear?
Yes, sir. Very clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So flow chart we covered. We covered the checklist, and I once again I am telling these are my favorite tools. Why favorite? Because I can train operators. I can train casual workers. Where the location is that? or I can tell them to capture the data with pen and pencil or pencil and paper like that. Clear? So we completed our second tool. We are going to cover 8 tools. I again told not 7 because some people are saying that stratification is one of the tool in 7 QC tools. Some are saying that flowchart. So we'll cover all 8. Clear? So flowchart and check sheet is clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Very simple tools. There is no statistics required. Okay? Can I proceed now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 1 minute. I will eat water. I will drink water.
Just one query. Is there any particular sequence for these tools, or it is okay? Whatever we are discussing, can we follow like that?
Yes, actually, normally there is some sequence, but why I'm taking this? Because some people are saying that we should start with a flowchart, check sheet, Pareto, cause and effect. But always remember that Pareto we should use before the cause and effect. I will tell the reason, and I will also tell you the correct sequence on last. And why it is so, I will explain you. But I'm starting with the simple tools because if I started with the complex tools now, then there will be problem in understanding. So
Noted,
firstly, we will
noted.
cover the
Please.
simple tools, quick wins, and then I will explain you the correct sequence on the last day. Clear? Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please remind me, we already discussed this exercise because somebody is asking that
Sir,
question.
actually, PDCA is coming in 7QC too, sir. It is different, sir.
No, PDC is not defined. PDC is an approach. We will discuss that approach as well. Plan, do, check, act. Normally, all the ISO standards or any improvement you would like to make, you need to use the PDCA approach. If time permit, we will discuss it today. PDCA is a cycle. So, for example, now we will discuss P means we need to plan first. It is used to improve anything. So, P is planning. Suppose if I want to improve my health by reducing weight. So, PDCA means you need to improve anything, use this approach. So firstly planning. So I may check my current weight. I
Right.
may go to the doctor. I will check what is my idea, what should be my ideal weight. I will
Yes.
discuss with nutrition. He or she will give me a health plan. Then I will decide that I will lose 2 kgs per month like that. So I am
Right.
planning everything and then do.
Yes, sir.
I am doing that. Well, doctor told me do's and don'ts. Please exercise. Please walk. Please avoid junk foods. Please avoid cold drinks like that. So I am doing that in do. C means check whether I am checking whether my weight is really coming down or not, whether it is improving my health or not, and then act. If it is not improving, then I need to change my plan, and if it is improving, then I need to continue. So I will explain that in detail later on.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
but
sir.
now go to the next tool. So please remind me, I will explain you the PDC. Okay, and now we will use the stratification. So some people are saying stratification is a tool, some people are saying the flowchart is a tool. So I am taking these simple tools first. So what is stratification? So we discussed that Karu Ishikawa introduced the 7 QC tools. Not all tools invented by him, but he made a bunch of 7 tools, right? So first the stratification concept was used by Karo Ishikawa, and he made it accessible to the all levels of the workers. So we will see how stratification is giving benefit to any organization, and it is originated from Japan. So stratification is originated from the Japan. Karo Ishikawa first time introduced the stratification tool. Okay. Now, before discussing, can anyone tell me what is the meaning of strata? What
Yes,
is
sir.
It's
strata?
a
The
group,
What is
strata
that?
means
a
arranging
layer.
data in a label, sir, so that we
Strata is
can
a layer.
get and analyze the variation for the
Okay.
different atmosphere, machine, material, and man.
Okay. Uh, in short,
Grouping.
in short, strata is instead of level, I am saying groups. So
Groups.
strata is a groups. Groups means, for example, I can collect the information, shift-wise information, season-wise information, operator-wise information, machine-wise information. In India, I can collect the information, state-wide information. In Maharashtra, how people are eating habits. In Gujarat, how are the eating habits. I can, in northern states, what are they eating. So I'm collecting the data group-wise. So that is grouping means either operator-wise, either machine-wise, either location-wise, either shift-wise, either machine-wise, like that. So these are called as strata. So strata means groups. And why it helps, we will see. But now let's discuss in detail what is the stratification exactly. As I told, it is a data analysis technique used to divide data into meaningful subgroups. So groups or subgroups is called as strata. And it gives a very simple understanding for the problem solving. Because by looking at the data, we can easily identify that I am suffering from this problem in winter season. Suppose I collected the season-wise data, winter season, summer season, and rainy season. Oh, I am suffering the problem in rainy season. So when I collected the data, I came to know that most of the crack problem or the moisture problem I am suffering in the monsoon season. So it is giving me an indication, some types of hint, some types of clue it is giving me. Okay. And it was developed to simplify quality controls for the workers. Why has Karushikawa developed it? Because even workers can understand. So why I am explaining this tool first? Because these are very simple tools and effective tools. So even worker can use these tools, stratification. Okay. And it is used to divide data into subgroups or specific characteristics like shift-wise, machine-wise, operator-wise, location-wise, city-wise data like that. So when I was working in one of the company, so same part is running in Pune and same part is running in Chennai. Part is same, customer is same, process is the same, but the rejection levels were different. So then, why Chennai's rejection is less as compared to the rejection in Pune, even though part is same, machine is same. So then we did why what is happening in Chennai, what is happening in Pune, why rejection more is in Pune, why rejection is less in Chennai. So that gives hint. I'm not saying that it will give us the exact root cause, but it will give us a hint. So we can focus in that direction. So that is giving a hint. Always stratification helps because it gives us information whether it's a location wise, operator wise, machine wise, or shift wise problem. Okay. And if recorded data from many resources, stratification unmasks the true facts. That is very, very important. True facts means it is happening on particular machine. So you can tell your maintenance people the same problem is coming on this machine only, and this is fact. We have collected the data on the shop floor. We have collected the real-time data, and this machine is problematic. I am saying that yes, this operator, these are the problematics. I am not blaming any person, but when these persons are deployed on these machines, there is some problem. So I can use this. Yes, this is a machine wise, this is operator wise, this is a shift wise, location wise. So that is called as stratification. Normally, we are getting the data in groups as per the machine wise, shift wise, or operator wise. Okay. Now the next question is when to use stratification. So we discuss the history first. Then what is stratification or what is check sheet? We use the description first. Then we discuss when to use, and then we discuss the examples. So that pattern I always follow. I start with history. Then I start with what does it mean. Then I start with when to use, and then last is examples. So it is clear now, very simple. History, we should aware. Then what is stratification, what is check sheet, what is flowchart, definition we need to aware. Then when to use, and examples, and before examples, if possible, how to construct a check sheet, how to construct a parallel diagram, how to construct a fishbone. So that 5 steps approach I always follow. History, when to use, then the steps, this example, like clear. Now, when to use stratification? If we need to identify the causes of the problems, whether they are coming from a particular source, particular machine, particular city, particular location, to identify the sources of variation, and when we like to get clues of a particular problem. So just for getting clues from where it is coming, you can use the stratification. Got it? Now the question is how to use stratification diagram. Always regroup the original data as per the source data. For example, when people are saying me that this is the rejection point, so first question I need to ask. So for example, that part, I can call that part as A. A part is having 18 cracks. Okay. So first question I will ask whether this A part is running on same machine or it is running on two different machines. Okay, it is running on two different machines, sir. Okay. Whether you are using the material from the same supplier or from different supplier. Huh, sir, we are using the material from same supplier. Okay. The supplier is same, part is same, but you are running it on different machine. Okay. Now 18 cracks are observed and 15 cracks are from machine 1 and 3 cracks from machine 2. Oh, even the raw material is same, process parameters are same, but why the rejection on this machine is, yes.
Sir, due to the fault of the machine.
No, I'm just discussing. I'm not analyzing it. I'm just explaining you the concept. So, firstly, you need to regroup. So, you can ask these questions, right? And if required, collect data afresh after marking the source. Now, suppose I came to know that it is coming from the machine number 1. Okay. Now, collect more data. Why this machine number 1? Why this not from machine number 2? So, how you can use the stratification this way? So just ask the question. I will ask question. Yes, the parts are same, machines are different, raw material is same. Even the operators are almost well trained. It is not like that permanent people are running the machine and this machine is running by the casual. So machines are also same. Operators are also of the same level. Raw material is also, sorry, machines are different. Raw material is same. Operators of same level. Part is same, but the rejection is different. So got it? So you can use this type of question, then you can stratify the data. Okay. Now we will see the exam. Okay. This is the example of stratification. For example, so these are the three machines I am using. As I told, raw material is same, part is same, operators of same skill level. Then yes, so this is machine number 1. Defects are not more than 10. Okay. And if I produce, I am imagining that I have produced the same quantity. Suppose I have produced the 500 quantity on each and every machine. Okay, so 500 quantity produced on machine number 1, but defects are in this category. Same 500 components are manufactured on machine 2, but defects are increasing. Same 500 quantity is produced on machine number 3. This is the defects. So I can easily say that machine number 3 I need to look at, because here my rejection or defects are more. So got it? This stratification is very simple. Just categorize or group your data. Or a second example. So this is group A and group B, and this is the production. So group A is always producing more quantity. So suppose there are two contractors and one contractor and second contractor. The efficiency of the contractor A is always more. The efficiency of contractor 2 is always less. They are not producing the, oh, so this contractor is doing well. I can do the analysis afterwards. But here I'm getting, oh, I've given the contract to the two contractors, but this contractor always gives me the better results or better production. I need to check quality as well. That is very, very important, not only production. But here I'm assuming that the same quality. But now I can ask this contractor why your output is not coming. Here output is more. So these are the examples of stratification. So got it?
Sir, actually, I have a point
Yes.
here. Like,
okay.
Actually, I am from defense manufacturer company.
Okay.
So when we are doing the
Okay.
MS study, we will do the R&R. When we
Okay.
are doing the R&R study, we will group the data like differentiation between a pressure 1, 2, 3. So I think
Okay.
this is a tool we are using there, right?
Yes. 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 Correct.
In the R&R study, in the
Yes.
manufacturing
And
industry.
normally I'm saying that even though we are discussing about the MSA, SPC, Six Sigma, but
Yes.
I need to train people. Particularly, I yesterday told you our aim is to create an army of problem solvers. So these are the simple tools you can develop your bottom line. And please train them to use flowchart, check sheet, stratification, because they need to think in that direction. You can work on this MSA or like, but our bottom line paper, particularly this is the topic for the problem solving and not too much statistics. Some of the tools are require statistics, but these are the basics. So hence I always start with flowchart, check sheet, stratification, and I trained operators in that. So now it is visualized for them. Yes, this machine number is problem. So I am giving to going to the maintenance head as you told. So in MS you can use, I can use this to the maintenance head. I can discuss, sir, the same problems. Operators were same, skill level were same, sir. But this machine number 3 is creating problem for me. Please look at this machine number 3. So this is the real time data, sir. So you can approach to the management, you can approach to the maintenance head, and you can put this data. You can involve their team as well in CFT, add maintenance people as well, and then collect data. And then he will also tell, yes, sir, this machine is problematic. Clear?
Yes. Yes.
I will also want give you example. So there were safety incidences were happening in my company. So firstly, I don't say that is stratification first. Firstly, there were 70 machines, and then we came to know that on 12 machines, almost 80% accidents were happening. So that's 12 machines were the problematic because in 12 machines, 80% accidents were happening. So first we focused on the 12 machines. Out of 70, we need to work on each and every machine that is needed. But we need to focus on 12 machines. And on these 12 machines, for example, of the same category, then die casting machines, then we observe that 3 machines out of 12, these are again more. So most of the times finger sticks arrive. So then it is giving me a clue. So now it is very easy to me. Make your problem easy. Go and ask the deeper and deeper. Then you can, yes, I need to focus on these 3 machines. Then my 50% accidents will be resolved. Like that parrot, we will discuss it. But we collected the machine-wise data, accidents. So we did that stratification. So these machines of different make. For example, I won't name, but from A manufacturer, B manufacturer, C manufacturer, the B manufacturer are having most of the problem. Correct? Okay. So instead of proceeding further, I would like to have a discussion here. So can anyone tell me what we learned today in this 1 hour? What tools we learned? Which 2 tools
We
we learned?
revised
It's a check
check
sheet and
sheets
static.
and certification.
Okay. But prior to that, we did recap and then we discussed that some more symbols are added in that flow chart. So delay symbol added, the circular symbol added, document symbol added. Then we discussed that one more example of the flowchart from the industry we gave. We discussed that how to use the flowchart, very simple. Then we discussed about the check sheet. Okay. Before asking about the check sheet, can anyone tell me the difference between check sheet and checklist once again?
Yes, sir. In the check sheet, we
Sir,
will
Parents.
Check sheet is a recorded. Checklist
We are
is a
recording
the
data
check
in
sheet
check sheet.
Check
is
sheet
used
is a data. Checklist is
in
a
checklist, sir.
purpose
in the
Checklist
check
is
sheet
just
we
tick
put
mark.
The
You
check
need to
sheet
just
is the
tick.
recording of data and check list is the verification
Yes,
of
yes,
that
just
data.
tick mark. Yes, yeah, I have done this. I have done this. I have done this. I have done this. Yes, I have said there. You can use the
Sir,
checklist for even
sir,
for marriage. So
sir, can we say that checklist is used to monitor plan versus actual, and what was planned
yes, yes,
and
yes.
what is
That is
actual?
correct. That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. I am going to give the simple example that suppose marriage, I need to work on the marriage. So I need to print the wedding cards. I need to purchase my clothes. Like I need to invite my relatives. I need to send the invitation with the post like that. So I will write down all the activities and I will just tick mark whether I have completed this, whether I have completed. I'm not recording anything. I have already made a plan and I just am tick marking. Okay. Then we discussed check sheet is very simple because it is operator can use it is a visual representation. We can get the trends, how our real process is operating on Gemba. And then we also discuss that the concept of concentration diagram or the concept of location matrix, location diagram or the concept of grid matrix. What that concept was?
Sir, again?
Concentration diagram or location diagram or
Matrix, grid matrix.
So it's to observe the
yes.
leaks that are.
Yes. So not leak, you can take any defect, but in check sheet we also discuss. So check sheet is clear now. We will discuss simple example of checklist at home. We discuss the example in industry. How to make a checklist we discussed. When to use the checklist we discussed.
Check sheet, sir.
Sorry, I'm sorry, extremely sorry. When to use check sheet we discussed. Okay. Then how to make check sheet we discussed. Then simple example at home. Example in industry. But this diagram is also good where I am not aware the location of the crack. Even though check sheet is
मैं
filled.
बिरयानी बनाना चाहता था ना इसलिए संग
Hello, hello. When I am muting all,
sir, can you
again you are
explain?
able to unmute. Why that is
Sir,
happening, I don't know.
Sir, can you explain the simple example of home check sheets? I want just to have compare this and that. How it differs. The one which you use
Okay,
for
okay.
milk and this things.
Yes, I will do that. Sometimes it is hanging, I don't know. So I always start with the simple concept because it is very easy to. So I also instructed my wife and my son that we can use this check sheet at home. So milk bags. So 1 liter, 1 liter, 2 liter, 1 liter, 1 liter, 3 liter, 4 liter. So you can easily identify that something is happened here. Whether it is Kojagiri Purnima, I don't know. Here lots of guests will be there. Or I made a basundi, I don't know. Yes. So this is the 1 liter milk we are purchasing, but here I purchased 3 liter, here I purchased the 4 liter, right? So it is a for milk bag. So newspaper, yes, it is on here. There is no newspaper delivery by the newspaper guys. Here there are I may be purchased 2 newspaper because this may be a Sunday, I don't know, and this is food ordered from the outside. So this is very simple example. So you can use this at home check sheet. Okay. So normally I made this that my son now he is not eating a pizza. He is not eating a junk food. But earlier he was eating a junk food. So after every 3 days you are ordering pizza. That is not good actually. So this is a very simple example. So this is check sheet visual. I made it visual. So we ordered it here, here, here like that. So check sheet.
Then in
we
that case,
discussed
checklist is if in the day one milk bag, whether it is received or not, yes or no, tick mark.
yes,
That
yes,
is checklist.
yes,
And
yes.
newspaper, day one, it received or not, tick mark. That's it. So
Uh,
that is
here
checklist.
actually zero is not received. Here zero is not received. I am recording it. I am
Yeah,
recording
yeah.
it.
Whether it
But
is received
newspaper.
or not, noting that that is a checklist.
No, no. Yes, that is also checklist. For example, a newspaper guy can make a checklist. For example, there are 8 people. Whether I have given newspaper to this family, this family, this family, or you can also say that is also correct. But here I am filling the data. When you are filling the data, you can name it as a check sheet because I am filling the data. I am doing not tick mark. I am putting 1 paper, 2 paper, 0 papers, 4 milk bags, 3 milk bags. I am not ticking. I am just filling the data.
Yeah, clear. It's a compilation of full scenario. Yes.
Yes.
For the checklist, we
Then
can give the best example like attendance sheet in the office or school.
yes,
Yes, sir.
normally as a trainer, I know when I'm traveling a lot, I always make a checklist. I always start from the morning to the evening. This can be a hint to you as well. So when I wake up, what should I require? For example, I need a toothbrush, okay, shaving kit, okay, soap. So from considering from the morning to the late evening, I need to carry my tablets. Okay, I'm taking these tablets after breakfast. Okay, so accordingly, from morning to evening, what I'm doing, I'm making a checklist. Otherwise, from head to bottom. For example, head. For head, I need a coconut oil. Okay. For face, I need a talcum powder. I need a deo. I need a socks. I need a shoe. So either you can take from morning to evening or from top to bottom. That's sufficient. I need to carry my belt. I need to carry my mobile phone. So I have made the checklist accordingly. Normally, I am using the reading the books. So okay, I need to carry the books as well. So I make a checklist by considering these two hints. Either you can imagine what you are using from morning to late night or from top to bottom. It's a very simple clue, na? You can make your checklist while traveling like that. It will help you a lot. Correct? So
Yes,
we
sir.
discussed that check sheet. Okay.
From
Then we also
industry, yeah, from industry perspective, there are certain documents where we need to collect the data as well as the few points that the verification it is closed or not, the cleaning has been done or not. At the same times, in the same sheet sometimes contains the data, right? The temperature or the humidity.
yes,
So
yes.
in these kinds of sheet, then what we can call this? This is a
Check
checklist or
sheet.
it could be the
Check
check
sheet.
sheet.
Check sheet. Check sheet. Your recording means check sheet. One simple rule: when you are recording anything and putting in that check, if you can use Excel or paper, but you are putting data in that, so it's so a check sheet. But if it is a tick mark activity, checklist. Forget about that differentiation. If you are
Uh,
recording the data, check sheet.
one thing is that when we are recording as well as we are checklist and check sheet together we can do at the same time. What
Yes,
we
they
can
are always go hand in hand.
so what will be name for that sheet?
Like temperature monitoring, we are doing seeing and recording the data also. So this can be a checklist and check sheet also, right?
Yes, yes. But again reminding, do not go in that confusion. So checklist is not mentioned in 7 Q2s. The only name mentioned is check sheet. I have just asked you for your knowledge purpose. So do not, whether it is checklist or check sheet, ultimate aim is to solve the problem, right? So do not go in that debate, but please keep simple in mind. If you are recording, please call it as check sheet. Normally, checklist when we use, for example, when I go to the grocery store, for example, in company today, I need to carry these 10 tasks. I need to reply to this mail, this mail. So suppose I am writing in my diary and just I'm tick marking. Yes, so I have sent mail to this person. Yes, I have sent mail to planted. Yes, I need to apply a leave for next week. Okay, I did this. So yes, I'm not feeling. I'm just already writing down and just tick marking. So be simple. And whether it is check sheet or checklist, most of the times you can use in combined, it is also okay. But please try to understand how to use it. Clear?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Then
Yes.
this
Yes, sir.
concentration diagram is clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Will be.
And this is a very, you can use this for an accident as well. Huh? You can draw the picture of,
ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಣ್ಣ ಫುಲ್ ಜಾಲಿ ಜಾಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವತ್ತೆ ಅದಿಲ್ಲ
hello,
Sir,
hello, hello.
ಹೌದಿಲ್ಲ
Please be on
ಎಷ್ಟು
mute.
ನಿದ್ದೆ ಹೊಡೆದ್ ದಿನಾಲು ಜಾಲಿ ಜಾಲಿನೇ ಇರ್ತಾನ ನಿದ್ದೆ ಹೊಡೆದ್ ಬಂದೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಜಾಲಿ ಏ ಜಾಲಿ ಜಾಲಿ ಬ್ರೋ ನೀ
sir, can you explain? I guess
ನಾ
this
ಹಂಗ ಅನ್ಲೇ
concept.
ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ನಿಂದ್ ಒಟ್ಟೆ ನಿಂದ್ ಓ ನಿಂತಲೇ ಹಂಗೈತೆ
Hello, hello.
ನೋಡು ಬ್ರೋ ಅವ್ನ ಒಪ್ಪಿ
Mr. Viresh, please mute yourself.
When I am muting all, but again, people are able to unmute. I don't know what is happening. Okay. So concentration diagram, for example, in accident, for example, you can draw the picture of man. Normally we are using this and yet fingers, most of the accidents are happening on middle finger. So you can use that concentration diagram there as well. So most of the accidents are happening to this part of our body. Clear? So check sheet is clear, I hope. Flow chart is clear, I hope. So can we proceed to the next tool?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So who used the stratification? Karu Ishikawa. And who used the check sheet? Walter Shewhart. So there may be debate, but Walter Shewhart initiated that. and stratification initiated by the Garo Ishikawa. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we will see scatter diagram. Okay, this is the fourth quality control, and we may continue tomorrow. I think I can cover one more concept and then we can discuss it tomorrow. Okay. So we can discuss it tomorrow because there are a lot of organizers. I will discuss this first and I think we can stop here. So one concept, the participants who participated in Kaizen training, they know this. So normally when we use check sheet, so we need to go to the Gemba, right? So always remember this 3G approach. What is that 3G approach? These are the three words. These are the three Japanese words. I will explain and then we can recap. So these are the three Japanese words. That words are called as Gemba, Gembetsu, and Genjitsu. I am again repeating. 3G will help you a lot while solving the problem. What is 3G? 3G are the three Japanese words. That three words are called as Gemba, Gembetsu, and Genjitsu. Clear? So these three words are Gemba, Gembetsu, and Genjitsu. So normally you can write M as well, Genba, Gmba, but pronunciation is M, Gemba. So either you can write N or M, both are correct. So some people are writing N, some people are writing M, there is a debate, but pronunciation is Gemba. So Gemba, Gembetsu, and Genjitsu. And why I need to use this approach, I will tell you. So the first word G, Gemba. Gemba means the meaning means real place or workplace where the problem is happening. For example, I'm suffering from the defect of crack. Okay. Now, if quality engineer came to me and he asked me, sir, I am observing the crack is increased to 20%. Earlier, sir, it was 1%. Now it is increased to the 20%. So it is, sir, very huge rejection. Okay. So after hearing this, Japanese people are saying that instead of analyzing the problems in conference room, go to the Gemba. Go to the place where that problem is occurred. Go to the place where that incident is happened. For example, whether it is a safety incident, go to the place where that a safety incident is happened. If it is a defect category, go to the place where that defect is happening. So first G is clear. Gemba means going to the workplace where we are making the products, where we are observing the cracks, where we are observing the incidents. So first G is called as going to Gemba. Clear? First G.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, clear, sir. Clear.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So second G is called as Gembetsu. Gembetsu means real objects or physical objects. What does it mean? Physical object means now I came to Gemba because there was crack was happening. Okay. So the crack was happening to the bottle, for example, 1 liter bottle. So I should hold this bottle in my hand and I need to check where that is happening. So I came to know that yes, below the letter K, that crack is happening. So you need to check that defect on products. So by taking the products in your hand, so that is called as Gembetsu, that physical object, that physical part. Or if you are observing the issues related to machine, then you cannot take machine in your hand, but you can observe that machine or that gripper part. So you can observe the gripper part of the machine. So that is called as Gembetsu. Means you should able to see with your eyes. So that part where that defect is happened, take that part in your hand. Otherwise, go to the machine where that problem is occurred. In that machine, particularly that gripper was the problem. So observe that gripper. So that is called as Gembetsu, the physical object. Okay, examine the machine, examine the physical objects. I will tell you, it will help you a lot. This is a real-time data. It will boost your confidence. You are not sitting on conferences. You are going to the Gemba. And I always say, Gemba never lies. Gemba is the best teacher because it is giving you the real-time information. Particularly when you are in Gemba for 2 hours or 3 hours, it is giving you the real-time information, or 4 hours. You are not dependent on somebody. You are observing with your own eyes. So Gemba is clear. Gembetsu means physical object. I am taking that part in my hand and I am observing that object where that crack is coming. I am observing, I am examining the machine, I am examining the gripper. That is called as Gembetsu. And now third is called as Genjutsu. Genjutsu means fact. We discussed that we should not take decision based on opinions. We should take decision based on facts. So Genjutsu means fact. So yesterday somebody is saying me, sir, rejection is 2%, sir, but actual rejection is 8%. Somebody is saying that Pokaik is working, but when I came to the Gemba, I came to know that Pokaik is not working. Somebody is saying me that photoelectric sensor is there, so accident will not occur because we installed the photoelectric sensor there. Okay, but when I check the fact that photoelectric sensors are not working, okay, that is called as real facts. So somebody is saying me that, sir, molten metal temperature is high and hence this problem is coming. When I go and check the molten metal temperature, it is within the range, it is within the specification. So I told him, no, you are saying that molten metal temperature is high, but I observed that molten metal temperature is within the range. This problem may be because of different issue. There may be a dye issue particularly, and the problem is happening on particular spot on die. So that is Gembetsu. I'm observing that die, where that crack is happening, where that water is leaking. So that is called as Gembetsu and Genjutsu. Genjutsu means real time collecting the facts, real time data collection, and the Gembetsu means observing the objects or observing the machine. This concept is very, very powerful. So if you wisely use this concept, your most of the problems, I'm not saying some critical problems will be solved, but most of the problems you will observe with your own eyes. You will collect the reality, will not depend on the opinion. And you can go to the Gemba and where observing that. That concept is called as in totality Genchi Gembetsu. Toyota always speaks about Genchi Gembetsu. When in Japan there are lots of earthquakes are happening, when that report is giving the information, he reported all over, it says reporting from Gemba. Reporting from Gemba. And it is said that when you meet any Japanese, so in 10 minutes he will definitely use two words. One word is called as Gemba, and second word he will use Kaizen. So these are very, very important for Japanese. And hence there is a one book called as Gemba Kaizen of Masaki Imai. Please read that book, Gemba Kaizen. It's a very good book, Gemba Kaizen. So,
Gemba Kaizen, sir.
clear? Gemba Kaizen. I will write in the comments. Gemba Kaizen is a very good book. You can read this book if you have time.
Yes.
Gemba Kaizen.
Sir, by Masaki?
Masaki Imai. I am writing here. You can check the spelling of Masaki Imai, but the Gemba Kaizen is correct. Gemba Kaizen. Okay. And again, I am mentioning no opinions from office. Observe what is actually happening. Collect actual data. Collect facts. And again, I am writing name Gemba never lies. Gemba never lies. Gemba is the best teacher. I always mention these two sentences in any program. Gemba never lies. First, and Gemba is our best teacher. Okay. So 3J approach is clear, particularly while solving a problem, you can use any tools, but before using these tools, always validate the facts. What is happening really on shop floor? Whether data is collected by using facts or just by opinion. So please use this 3J approach. Check sheet is the real-time data. Do not rely on system data. I am not saying that if you are capturing the data correctly in system, then and then only you can rely on system. But if you are not confident, then please collect data by your own. with your own eyes, right? Validate the facts. Aakho dekha hal. Correct? So 3G approach is correct. Sorry, clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
got it, sir.
Yes, sir.
And one concept, because I cannot start another tool because only 8 minutes are remaining. But there is a one concept called as UNO circle. So are you aware about the UNO circle?
What,
No,
sir?
sir.
Can you please, sir?
UNO. UNO. I will type in chat box UNO circle. UNO circle, Mr. Taichi Uno. Mr. Taichi Uno. I will write Mr. Taichi Uno. Mr. Taichi Uno, he is known as the father of Toyota production system, main architect of Toyota production system. And he made miracles. He made tremendous changes. He and MD of Toyota both together made miracles in Toyota. And hence I give you example. The Toyota was not able to sell a single car till 1960, but then 6 million cars and most of the contribution from the Toyota. They sold in 1984, 6 million cars they sold and they become the number one brand in the world. So Taiichi Uno and Mr. Sakichi Toyoda, he was the MD of Toyota Motor Corporation. So they made miracles. So Uno Circle is the concept developed by the Taiichi Uno. So when there was any problem to machine and particularly there's a supervisor or young engineer, then Uno was drawing was circle. So I can use this. I don't know. I can use, for example, this circle. So suppose this is, check the facts with your own eyes. Suppose this is the machine. This rectangle is the machine. So Uno was drawing a circle with the help of chalk, and this circle is called as Uno circle. Okay, and suppose this is my machine. So this is my machine. Okay, this is my machine. And the Uno was drawing a circle with the help of chalk. And you are supposed to stand here, particularly that supervisor or engineer. Now, he is not allowed to come out of this circle. That is the rule. So he is not allowed to come out of this circle, at least for 4 hours, 3 hours, like that. Now, as a person, I am standing here, I am observing the facts. There are lots of coolant leakage. Oh, operator is suffering here. There are lots of burn leakage. There is no sufficient light. Operator is not able to unload the job easily. Operator finding difficulty to load the jobs. Operator need to bend 27 times in 1 hour. So all the facts you are observing, and then Uno collected lots of problems by using this concept, Uno circle. So then this machine, now let's move to this machine. So again, capture this machine, again draw the Uno circle. Now again, you need to capture the real time problems. And there will be a bank, and that bank is known as the problem bank. There will be lots of problems in that bank. There will be no money, but lots of problem will be there in that bank. And they were initiating kaizens on that problems, small kaizens, group discussion, brainstorming, actions, kaizens on that problems. So this concept, I don't know whether you heard it before or not, but this concept is called as Uno circle. So just draw a circle with the help of chalk. At that time, he was drawing with the help of chalk, and he was telling engineer supervisor to stand in that circle and observe the machine, collect the facts, and this is the real-time data. I also instructed by my manager, he was working in Toyota. As I told you, stand there for 4 hours and give me the reports. How many times the machine is stopping and because of what reason? Just write down. Because system is saying data, but I want to check the facts. So I stood there for 4 hours, like Uno circle. There was not a physical circle, to be honest, but I was standing in one location and I was observing why that machine is stopped. What is the reason? So that is called as real-time information. And I am confident because I know that yes, this has happened. Nobody is saying me. I observed with my own eyes. So that concept is called as Uno circle. So got it?
Sir,
Uno
but
circle?
Yeah.
here all these concepts depend on the observer, how he is observing everything. That matters a
Yes,
lot.
and hence we need to train the operators. In check sheet, I always give emphasize that you need to train the people. My manager from the Toyota, I stood one statement. We should create an army of problem solvers. We need to develop that mindset. So if they are not giving me real information, then again it will be a problem. So please select your suppose there are 5 engineers and you felt that this engineer is honest. Out of 5, this one guy can give me correct information. Then please deploy that guy on that particular task. Now, again, I'm telling culture is the management. It is always coming from the top. Now, I don't know what is the culture of your organization, but it should come from the top. Got it? At least concept wise, it is clear.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
3G, Uno Circle, or try by your
Yes.
own. Try by your own. Stand there for 2 hours and just observe the process instead of collecting the information from XYZ. At least you can stand by own. My boss was doing that. He was standing there, he was just observing how that operator is doing the job, how that machine is. So this concept is 3G is very powerful. I particularly taken this concept today because there was a short time to start the next tool. So concept is clear. So just 1 minute
Yes, sir.
recap.
Clear.
So
Yes,
what
sir.
we learned today? What we learned today? Can anyone tell me in 1 minute?
Yes, sir.
Check
In
Check
check
sheet.
Clear,
sheets,
sir.
history.
1 minute. Anyone? We will
Yes,
give
sir.
preference to the
Actually,
ladies. Yes,
we
please.
started, examples with the flow chart.
Okay.
Then we gone into the check sheet and starting with the
Sheets.
history. Then when it has to use, then how it has to make the check sheet, and also we know that we discussed about the differentiation between checklist and check sheet and some of the examples at home, at industry, and then we gone into the location diagram, and as well as we can call it as concentration diagram, and then we gone into the stratification. Started with history, then we gone into the what is the stratification, then when it has to use and how it has to use, and with some
Very good.
examples, and then we
He
supposed to
led the
start the
bunch.
scatter diagram, but due to the insufficient time, we started about learning on 3G, then about circle.
3G.
Yes.
3G
Got it.
application.
So thank you. So can we call it a day?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tomorrow we will learn other tools. So we covered the 3G, how to define a problem, history of 7 keys tools, and 3 tools. Okay. So now 2 days are remaining, and we will cover other tools in the 2 days. It will not. It will be easy because now base is clear. How to define a problem is clear. Mistakes in problem solving is clear. 3G approach is clear. Check sheet is clear. Flowchart is clear. Stratification is clear. Now we will learn other tools in 2 days. So thank you once again. Thank you for your active participation. Yes, Bharat.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
I
sir. Thanks
got
a lot.
one query.
Yes.
Like ISO
Thank you, sir.
9001,
Thank you.
is
Thank
there
you.
any standardized standard or anything is available for 7QC tools?
No, sir. No.
Normally, I follow the ASQ, but I just thought if there is any standardized document, otherwise auditors will
No
always
problem because
ask in their own references. That is the concept.
no, that is the problem. There is no reference because in TPM that JIPM gives a clear cut instruction how to implement this pillar, but that is not in 7KC tools.
Because we got the confusion, check sheet and checklist and all. So I believe
To be
we
honest,
got this
sir,
confusion due to this only. Maybe there is no standardization.
yes, yes, yes. And checklist is not tool because sometimes people were asking me, sir, they were using word checklist. So I'm telling them that check sheet means you need to record the data. I give it a simple checklist from morning to evening. I need to do this task like that. But do not go into that confusion. But please remember that our tool is check sheet. So please focus on check sheet only. So please
Normally, I am
collect
working
and
with Saudi Aramco. So here, standard that the checklists are very clear. There is only yes or no, complied or non-complied. Those
that is
checkpoints
good
for an
now. So that is
activity.
checklist. That is
That is why I
checklist
did not get
because
any confusion. But all our team are getting confused because they are using checklist separate and in their checklist only they are writing all the data. So whatever the practical outcomes they are noting there, that's why they are confusing. Maybe this is the check sheet, but check sheet is not, check sheet is meant for analysis, which can give the data for analysis, but checklist will not give the
Yes,
data
yes.
for analysis. It is only just a
Checklist
yes
is
or no
just
for
a
one
tick mark.
activity.
You can
That's
check the
it.
compliance. For example,
Yes,
operator
yes.
need to do these things. You can check the compliance. It is just a tick mark.
Yes, yes, clear.
Everything is ready-made and you need to check.
Actually in the industry level, we usually use this term checklist. So that is where actually the confusion is. Otherwise, it's okay. Basically, we use the checklist. We always use.
This
So,
Yes.
checklist is a
but
But
terminology.
sometimes now,
Checklist
for
is right.
example,
yes,
as I told you
But
now, when I told to capture the data now, then I was not using checklist. I was using check sheet because I'm writing from 8 to 9 machine stop because of lines 1, 2, 3, 4 times. There was a reason. I'm just writing there. So it is a check sheet. But suppose if I'm operator and I need to, before starting the machine, I need to check whether its sensor is operating or not. Whether I'm just, that you can reference checklist.
Hello.
And both are good.
Yes, yes. Clear, yes,
yeah,
yes.
sure. Yeah, clear.
Hello.
So thank you. Thank you once again. So see you tomorrow.
Thank you,
That's all.
sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Yes.
See ya.
Yes. Thank you. So I'm stopping the recording.